We're waving. We're waving. Okay, let me get back to the actual tab that I need to be in because time to play, time to pay attention. I'm gonna do the thing. Da da da. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me minimize this. Hi everyone. Welcome to Emberwinds. It is episode 10? 10. Episode 10 of our series. So we're close to the end. Are we excited, team? I need verbal responses.
I don't want it to end.
Not for the end, but
no, we're not excited to play at all.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. I'm glad we're not excited. Anyway, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Everyone's. Let's go around and introduce our cast. We're down a member, but one day we'll have everyone here at the same time for more than 2 episodes in a row. Anyway, Viv, you're up.
Hi, I'm Vivacia. Sorry, got distracted by the 3-year-old. I'm playing Verity, and Verity is in Atlanta. And she is an investigator.
We have a small guest today.
Oh no, it's cute. It's a cute thing.
Listen, is it a lizard in a hoodie made of its own skin? Anyway.
Nothing beats that cuteness.
True. Cree, you're up.
I'm crying.
Don't cry. It's okay.
I've been laughing so hard.
Okay, well, while you cry, Zoeth, do you want to go?
I mean, that is me.
We couldn't hear you there for a sec, Cree.
It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. It was a stupid joke.
No, it was a relatively funny joke. It was just quiet. It's okay. No, actually, do your intro before the world ends. Not that I'm rushing you. I mean, before the world ends.
Before everything falls apart.
Yeah, exactly. We're on this photo of this really cute lizard.
Okay, I'm Black Cree. I play Sorcha Keegan. She's crazy. She likes books and fire and not at the same time.
I mean,
and just wants to be happy with her books, but apparently there's people around that don't want to let her learn, and that's not acceptable.
It's true. They're standing in the way of you and knowledge.
Yes, you don't stand in the way in between Sorcha and her knowledge. She will set you on fire a lot, repeatedly,
until you regret what you've done.
Much fire.
Oh, I found it. Now you can understand what I'm talking about. Sorry. While I send this link, so Wes, do you want to go?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Zweth. I play Kira Tully. She is a rogue, but also sort of tinkerer who fixes things, and she is always in trouble, even though she thinks she's always fine.
Listen, you stole a horse.
I did, and it's going to be fine.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there into the universe. A horse was stolen. Why was I being told to fuck you? What did I do?
It's true, it was a pony.
It was a pony. It was the skin hoodie.
it was a tiny.
Oh, I forgot my backdrop isn't on. Sorry, everyone. You're looking at my ugly green screen. Wait, where? Oh, I forgot how. I listen. We were gone for 1 week, and I forgot how to do everything. There we go. Is that the right side? No, it's this side.
That's less horrifying than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I told you it was cute.
I wouldn't go as far as cute, but it's less horrifying.
I want to see skin hoodie lizard.
It's in Discord.
Discord.
Skinheady lizard. In Discord.
But we all look at Skin Hoodie Lizard. To do the recap.
Oh god.
I mean,
okay. This is actually creepier than I thought it was gonna be.
yeah, it's creepier than you think it would be, but it's less horrifying than you think it would be.
So tell me, what did you guys do when I wasn't there?
Oh yeah, exactly. We have to tell V what we did, what you all did.
Because
I
did
put
you
you in the
actually take that
bathroom.
pony to the party to the dude that you stole it from?
Oh, good lord, no, we
No.
didn't. We after everything was over, we managed to get half. We took half the stolen stuff and the pony back, essentially. Now we have to see what their opinion is on the fact that a lot of them were robbed. But a lot of stuff was returned. But let's see. We met a lot of the kids. I don't know if it was the
Three
last.
kids.
I don't know if it was the last time, but it got dropped that they want that the coup that they're going to like have the kids become the leaders and not the actual current people. And we overheard some Harriet Ashenfell talking to Krell about a strange new smuggled crystal. I have that as a note. Sorcha pulled Laurette aside, who's this person in the archives, and she seemed to know things, but then she ran away because she was there was apparently a big scandal where a lot of people got hurt, and she's just like, no, don't mess with that, and then ran away mysteriously, like some sort of plot point that Sorcha needs to follow up on.
Listen, I wouldn't go as far as a plot point.
I know, but it just
she's
reminds me
lovely.
of it reminds me of an RPG when that happens. It's like oh no, oh
We've met
no,
this NPC, and then this NPC runs away.
oh no, this NPC is going to be relevant later.
True, they are.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
I'm gonna be real. Sorcha's actually worried about her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorcha doesn't
Ashley
worry about
says Kira
people.
has a new job.
Oh, you do have a new job. Do you want to talk about your new job?
Yeah. I've been asked to be a politician, which could be fun. And represent people, represent Geldspar district. Yeah.
Be fine.
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? What is the worst that could happen? Okay. Does anyone else have anything else?
Were they too afraid of Saren that they wanted Kira because they were too afraid of Saren?
Well, they wanted the young, like the idea is that they want the young generation to start going.
They want the old guard out.
Yeah, so they've got the 3 kids that came to the party that Sarah made new friends, that Kira made new friends with. All the while having like the stolen items from some of their houses in her pockets. But yeah, they make good friends. You know, we have a ship with Oliver and Kira, and Kira invited them all down to party in Geldspar at some point in the future.
Right. Okay, let me write that down as a note.
And yeah, Sarin and Baron Maddox had like literally danced and danced with words and actual dancing.
Yeah, it's still canon.
Power play, yeah, absolutely
Mhm.
still canon.
Hopefully
Yeah,
Derek
and
never hears about this. Also, I hope that he hears about it, but just not when I'm around. I want him to go back.
Someone just send it to him already.
Someone just like back, let him back watch the episodes and be like, "What the fuck."
I mean, I'm not sure how long the logs are going to be on Twitch though. So.
But they're gonna get up on your. Oh, by the way, anyone who's watching, if you missed any of our previous episodes, they will eventually be up on YouTube. Val will tell you exactly when, and I will probably tweet them out. Okay. Anyway, I know how our series is gonna end. So there's that.
Oh, good. I don't like how ominous that sounds.
Yeah,
It's
it's like I am not sure if I like that.
Something bad happens.
I mean, it's a tabletop role-playing game. We're all going to have horrible things happen, and it's going to be unpleasant. I don't know why I'm talking like this.
I just live here.
I mean, that's fair.
Okay. So let me pull up the thing so I can look at you people.
Yeah, there was also something about scions and not talking about scions. And I had the text from the book somewhere, but apparently it didn't get into my notes. I need to find it.
I believe I pinned it.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I think the like most important advancement we'd like just made at the end, right, was we'd give it. Sorcha had worked her magic on the pages, and we were starting to find out what all the redacted stuff said, right?
I just pinned them. I just scrolled up and pinned them.
Yeah, I found them.
Okay.
So we then and this is from both books?
Yes.
Okay. So
no, sorry, this is from the Krell family journal that you stole from the Lee people.
Okay, so we didn't have the information from the other book.
No, because I still that page is still down.
Oh dear.
That page is still down. So that'll be a future.
Oh, good.
Bit. Actually, I wonder, is it in? Maybe it's in here.
Don't ask me. I just live here.
Sure. Let me look. Let me look. Okay, team. Sorry, everyone. I am ill prepared. Not really, but like vaguely. I'm looking for book titles. Oh, okay. I've gone too far back. Where the heck did I put this?
Would you like me to read out the notes while you do that?
Yes, please. And thank you.
Research notes, year 144, day 77. We need to determine what happens to matter on the other side of the rift and have accordingly begun experiments with non-living objects. Ion tossed a rock through the portal and it vanished without a trace. We progressed through many other items and achieved similar results. Next, we tied a rope around the objects before sending them through. The tether allowed for easy retrieval, suggesting a degree of spatial continuity between this world and the rift. So far, the rift doesn't seem to have any effect on ordinary physical objects. We used rope with books, rocks, metal, and cloth, and each item seemed perfectly normal when we pulled it back. Based on these findings, I'm ready to proceed to the next phase of our trials. There must be a way to send a living thing through unharmed. For the moment, I will only make a few key observations. The rift is obviously a gateway of some kind, but we don't know where it leads. The interior is a dense cloud of swirling purple mist, and it seems to be giving off a strange and potent energy. My fellow science may scoff at my methods, but their own experiments lack imagination. And I think it's likely that their unenlightened tampering is responsible for whatever is happening to our world. The rift is so much more than just a well of power. It's a vast ocean. We could transform Summit, possibly all of Axia, if we can find a way to harness it. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun. Oh, I did have that. Cool. And so that was a expert excerpt, BT dubs, for the. Oh. Wait, sorry. Is that someone having trouble hearing Cree? Blah blah blah.
Oh no, I'm here. I just muted my mic here for a sec.
Oh, okay. So I'm back reading chat. So that was an excerpt from a journal that you all stole from the Lee family that was written by the Krell family. It has still not been determined why the Krell family had the Lee family had the Krell family journal. But that's a mystery for another day. And so you all, last I checked, were in Kira's house?
We were in the shop, yeah. And we had just returned all of the things.
No, you didn't return anything.
Or we were making it so that
You were
all
fixing
of the
the book.
things we
Oh,
finished
yeah.
fixing the book, and then we were gonna have the pony returned, and then half of all of the stolen stuff returned.
Okay.
That was gonna be scene 2, rather.
Yeah, I think Saren was saying that they had a plan for. Yeah.
Yes, Saren was gonna get all of half the stuff returned, and then make sure the pony was found.
In a way that didn't lead back to us, basically.
And when you say us, you mean Kira.
Yeah, I mean, you said we all stole things, so I've taken that as a.
She's a politician now. That pony can't lead back to her.
It's true. It would be really bad for your campaign if they found out that you stole pony.
Also,
From the people who are backing you, right?
Also, definitely nothing is me or my fault. It's all everyone's. Everyone.
It's a team effort.
Unless it's a good thing, in which case I did it.
I mean, sure. Sure.
So while you were away, I put you in the bathroom. You had a stomach. So now you and then. Oh, actually, did I write that down somewhere? I had something I was going to tell you, specifically to you. Because did you see Harriet Ashenfeld when you were here? Were you aware of her as a character? She was a district attorney. She looks like Alex Cobalt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that was right in the beginning, right?
Yes, that was right in the beginning.
Yeah, I mentioned her. Harriet was talking to Krell about the strange new crystal, or something about them being smuggled. We overheard that. We heard Harriet Ashenfeld talking to Augustus Krell about a strange new smuggled crystal, or they something about Marin overheard Harriet talking about a strange new smuggled crystal, an arrow pointing to Augustus Krell. Sorry, or they were talking to it about one another, or something. It was something like that. It was about the crystal.
It was about the crystal. And so at some point or another, if you'd like to go talk to Harriet because you're technically a co-worker with her, you can. Was what I was going to tell you. Ooh, my hand.
Well, it looks like Verity had too many hors d'oeuvres, and probably she can't take the caviar. She's not used to that.
Food. That rich, thick food that's full of cream. Real cream.
Indeed.
Secretly, everyone from Gallesbar is lactose intolerant.
This is prime information. Sorcha did not know this. She must
Oh.
make extensive notes on it right away.
Okay, so because we don't know what Siren's plan was offhand, I'm gonna you can either postpone that or you can try to figure it out on your own and see what happens when she gets back. She went to go investigate something. She said she'll be right back. Don't do anything.
Would it? Yeah, I mean, would it work to have Siren be off sorting out returning the stuff
Sure.
off
I mean,
screen, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sorcha's like, yeah, I mentioned the coworker that knew things and then ran off. I really should go find her and see what else is going on. I don't know if you guys want to help. She's kind of skittish, but if you're blocking the escape routes, I can probably get some information out of her.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to help. Sometimes people just lie if they're scared to tell you things, though.
Oh, she was absolutely lying to my face. But just remember, use your inside voice around her. She's easily spooked. This coming from Sorcha.
Or fun fact about she will actually no, I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you that.
Do you think she would be more or less skittish if there was more of us?
Oh, she'd be more skittish. That's why you shouldn't show yourselves.
Oh, okay. I could do that.
Sneaky. I'm not very good at being sneaky, Sorcha says in her very, very loud colors.
So do you want to go? I'm gonna say the next day because it's late today. You can go find Lorette.
Okay, yeah. So Sorcha sets up a time and just has just pretend you're looking at books. And I'm going to put you in places where if Lorette runs that way, there's a person.
So you all will go to the archives, and it looks like it looks like a library. It's a giant library. It's actually, do I have a description for my library?
I live here.
Yeah, it looks like this. I'm gonna put pictures in. No, that's not how you spell library. Oops,
I just pictured as a big records government building kind of thing.
No, it's fancier than that. It's way cooler than that.
I was gonna say, but kind of fancy with the with something in the mix between an old really fancy church and a government archives building somewhere in the middle of that. That was what was in my brain.
Like that.
It was never described. That was just where my brain went.
I'm bad at describing things, which is fair. I just put them in Discord chat for anyone who wants to see them.
Yeah, that seems about right.
And assume all these desks are okay. So I'm going to describe this to people who are watching at home because that's my job. So when you come into the archive, it has a giant flat kind of half curved building. Semicircle building. It's the way it's shaped on the outside. It's a bunch of smooth stones, but then it has two giant pillars that are carved with gold inlaid things. Which if you look close to them, it's basically the history of Ardell, but told in pictographs. It's just it's technically just a cool thing to have in the building, but it's it was removed from somewhere else and put here. It belongs to a different building that they put into the library because that's where you keep old important things. It has giant 7 to 8 foot tall books, rows of books that go from one this basically aisles, and there's book to wall, bookcase to wall, bookcase to wall. If you go far enough into the back, there are some really large desks for you to do research at. But for the most part, it is wall to wall books. Um, it's wall to wall books. And there's like an upstairs section and there's a downstairs section. The downstairs section is where they keep uh things that you need to request permission to look at, and the upstairs space is like, in case you feel like napping, we don't encourage it, but it happens often enough that we've put like fainting couches up here.
That's fair.
We would like you to stop sleeping here, but since we can't stop you from sleeping here, we might as well make it suck less.
It's the college library all over again.
Yes.
Sorcha just waves her head at a general corner of the library. I've read all of those. It's a very small section comparatively, but it's still a lot of books.
Yeah.
That chair looks comfy.
They are
shoes.
They are very comfortable, but not too comfortable.
I mean, it makes sense. Books equals sleeping.
Yeah, no, that's valid. And so as you enter the library, there's like a really large desk. That's like not the librarian's desk, the place where you go to check out books. That's the librarian's desk, the checkout counter. And at the checkout counter, there's no one there, but there's like a bell thing that if you press it, it would probably summon a person. But only if you they only appear summoned. So realistically, there's someone wandering the stacks, lurking in the background, waiting, watching for the moment to appear.
Sorcha just goes right behind the desk and starts looking to see who's manning the desk today.
If you look at the roster for who's supposed to be manning the desk, you know it's your coworker. What's Nico's last name? Hawks. Why did I name him Hawks? Whatever. Nico Hawks is the person who's manning the desk. He is you would refer to him as, if you need to find something, he's the person to ask. By something, I mean any book in the library, not necessarily any person in the library. Like, he may not have read every book in the library, but he knows where every book in the library is. Archives.
Okay. Sorcha's going to start dinging the bell in an obnoxious pattern.
About the second, like the first time you ding the bell, you hear footsteps. And then the second time you ring the bell, like you could hear someone like making a huffing noise, like, oh, I know who's ringing the bell. And then the third time, suddenly behind you, there's someone grabbing your wrist. Hello, how may I be of assistance?
Hi there. I was just wondering if Laurette was working today. I need to speak with her, and also my friends need books.
So Nico is a not tall. He's taller than me, so everyone's tall in my opinion. Let me think. What is he is? What? That's stupid. Don't tell me that. Nope. Close that. Here. Why are you doing this to me? Oh, do they tell you every single thing he's ever wearing? Fuck that. That's the dumbest thing in the world. So he's like 5'8", wearing like tailored pants, tailored vest, tailored jacket, like the whole 9 yards. And when he looks very like a cross between like Alfred but without the tails. If that makes sense. Like if Alfred's wearing a tuxedo, he's wearing the thing that's like less formal than a tuxedo because it's not a tuxedo, but like it's a really fancy suit.
Like the like a proper waistcoat kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Also in the background, my cat is being a fucking weirdo. Yeah, you.
I mean, cats are very weird.
And he will like straighten himself out because like you could tell when he showed up that he was like kind of running but not running, but like walking very fast, walking with a purpose, walking like a New Yorker. And he looks at you, looks at at Verity and looks at Kira, and he goes, "Your friends need books." Exactly in that tone of voice.
Yeah, of course. Everyone needs books. Nico, everyone needs books. She's leaning forward on the table. Like on the desk towards him.
And he's gonna make a face
Everyone.
like this is true, though they don't necessarily need books from here. How can I be of assistance? And he'll like stop looking at you, Sorcha, and look at Kira. Like look directly at Kira. Because the thing about it is he vaguely knows Verity, like because he knows Verity as a friend of Sorcha's. But Kira, you are new and excited. And by excited he means likely to put fingerprints in his books. You look at the type of person who eats and reads books at the same time.
And I fold the corners over. I mean, I don't use books, but I would definitely fold the corners over.
Yeah, no. He can tell the kind of person that you are. He is not pleased.
Yeah, books. I'm here for books.
Sorcha just leads in. We have books on like engineering and trinkets and assembly and stuff.
Say again, Cree. You're really quiet.
You were really quiet just now.
Sorcha just leads in. We have books on engineering and making things and technology and gadgets and assembly and stuff.
The Voice of the Sky will also say it has politics and they also have politics and etiquette books as well. So that's the Voice of the Sky.
And we also have books on politics and etiquette if you'd rather study that.
I mean, sure, you got a book of blueprints for stuff. I guess point me to the engineering section. Is that right? Is that how it works in a library?
Yes, that's how it works.
Okay.
He will look at you and be like, mechanical? Actually, what kind of engineering is it? Types of engineering.
Mechanical or
civil.
Oops. Electrical, but that's not really this world.
Yeah, there's no real types of energy, engineering. I don't know why types of physics just popped up. Mechanical, industrial, chemical, civil engineering. What kind of engineering can I help you with?
Maybe I'll just browse myself. You just point me in the right direction.
If you insist. And he'll be like 4 rows back, 4 rows down, like a couple aisles, 4 aisles back, a couple rows in, blah blah blah. He's like he can like give you like directions that are wildly unclear. Like the kind of direction versus like I know where I'm going and I would take you there if you let me, but since you said you want to browse on your own, here, figure it out. If you need anything else, feel free to summon me via the bell. And he looks at Sorcha, not you.
Oh, you can't tell me what to do.
He looks at the bell like he considered taking it. He's seriously considering removing the bell from the table.
If you take that bell again, I'll just get another one. Just like last time.
He makes
a louder one.
He makes a face and he like turns like on his heels and like just stalks away. Also, I don't know what my cat just knocked over, but I'm not gonna go look. So Kira, Verity, Sorcha, you are left at the front desk. You know that he is somewhere here. He did not answer your question as to where Lorette is before he left. But you can safely assume she is somewhere in this library.
Well, I need to find Lorette. So
I'll come help.
You're not going to look at books? You're here with all the books. You can look at books. Why wouldn't you want to look at books?
Kira just like keeps looking at Sorcha and just like reaches to the side and gets a book without looking at what it is about.
Oh no.
And just holds it in front of her.
like a shield.
I'll read it later.
Hey. What is this particular book about?
The mating habits of lizards. Actually, you know what it is? Oh, I know what it is. It's gonna be about the reptilian uh species. Uh, hold on a second. Let me see what the word is that they describe these things as. What are these?
What the cycle of skin regeneration in a subspecies of lizards?
No, I mean yes, but no. Bestiary. What are
It's
they?
not just labeled lizard fashion.
No, it's not just labeled
It's
lizard
just
fashion.
it's just a photo shoot catalog of lizards in various different
Yes, actually, no. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. It's a book of lizards, small animals, and also large ones wearing their skin as clothing.
Sorcha just sort of tilts her head like, really?
Yes.
You should look at that. Open to any page.
I will like open it.
It is
And
literally
then
for those
just-
watching at home. Let me see if I can find it again. I don't know how I keep losing it.
It's in Discord.
For those watching at home, it's a book of pictures of this.
See, this is why
pictures of this. It's just
this
various
is why
pictures of this.
I don't read books.
But
Oh.
I'll
you
close
kind
it
of
and I'll put it
grabbed
back on the shelf.
You kind of grabbed a random one. Here, try this one. This is about ecology.
I mean, like, look at this. Look at this and tell me this isn't the cutest fucking thing in the world.
It's less horrifying than I thought it would be.
No, I
but
put a new picture.
significantly creepier.
I gave you a new picture.
A new picture.
Yeah.
It's still
just
mildly creepy.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be that creepy, but I think it's because the head comes out of the mouth of the
I mean, where else would it have come out of?
I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting it to be, but like
Don't
It
you just
wasn't
want to
that-
play a lizard necromancer that wears his own old skin in the next game now?
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
That would actually be like really
With special treatment to keep it supple because it's not attached no more.
Well, you have to oil it every once in a while.
Yeah, and put it on like a onesie.
I kind of hate this, but I kind of love it.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
Sorry, the best part of this is in the background of this entire game. I've been writing I'm writing like a webcomic about a necromancer. So I'm just gonna like borrow this.
Free.
That necromancer might have multiple ones that he's skinned and that he's now using depending on if he's at home, if he's all dressed up. The gold dragon for the dress up.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, the polar bear when it's cold outside.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna shut up now.
this is adorable.
Let's go.
Okay.
Back in the library, in the archives, Kira, that's your book. And you put it back on the shelf, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. And so you can let me think. Do you want to go find Laureate? That's right, Laurette, right?
Yeah, so
I'm gonna make you do a thing.
Sorcha's like, okay, we have to find Lorette. I need you guys to sort of move down these aisles and glance down them, and if you see her, she looks like this, and Sorcha will give a quick description. Come and tell me. She's pretty quiet. She just keeps her nose in books. People usually ignore her. She's usually fairly oblivious. So it shouldn't be too hard to see her. We need to actually look.
So if you go up and down the aisles,
What kind of roll would that be? Are we rolling?
no, not yet. No, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna make you roll. Or I know what I'm gonna make you roll when it's time to roll. It's okay.
I don't like the sound of that.
When it takes you about 15 to like 20 aisles before you find her, and she's like sitting on the floor. There's a bunch of books around her. Actually, to be fair, when you go back into the aisles, you actually pass Nico along the way. And he like gives you a look, like I'm watching you. But if you keep going past him, um, she's sitting like so. Basically, there's a row of books, and she's sitting on the floor with like a bunch of other books around her, and she's like taking notes in another book, like not in a like in a notebook, not in like she's not writing in one of the books. And when as you're coming around the corner, she like stopped. Like you can literally see her freeze, like she's heard you. So I don't think any of you being stealthy, correct?
We're not being super stealthy, but it's sort of just looking around like she's browsing.
I was gonna say I was trying to be quite stealthy.
Oh, okay. Well, then now I'm gonna make you roll for something. Roll for stealth, all of you.
I don't know if the other two were, but I was.
Sorcha is just trying to be like subtle, like she's gone back to ignoring her.
Okay.
Just doing her.
I mean, it's a
thing.
library. We're trying to be quiet and not disturb people, right?
Cannot roll in this game.
I mean, if you were playing any other game, it would be great. But not in this game. So all of you, so the thing about it is, she doesn't hear Sorcha or Verity coming. Like, I'm assuming that you're coming from the same side. But not the West, Kira on the other side, like, it's like your pockets are jingling. And so, like, she, like, as you come around the corner, she's, like, staring in your direction. Like, she's making direct eye contact with you. Like, she hasn't noticed Sorcha and Verity behind her, though. And she's just, like, looking, like, she's not gonna say anything, but she has the, like, who are you face.
I'm gonna be like, hi, I'm looking for the engineering books.
She's gonna look at you for a moment and be like, give you like directions the same way Nico gave directions. Like, I know where this is. I would take you, but she's currently surrounded by a pile of books. So she's gonna give you what she believes to be helpful directions, but realistically they mean nothing to you.
Mm-hmm.
While this is going on, Sorch is sneaking up behind her. Surprisingly stealthy.
I'm trying to decide how she feels about that.
Sorch is not gonna grab her or anything. She's just gonna be like, she's just gonna when she's within like, you know, like 5 feet ish, like 5-10 feet, and just be like, hey, Lorette.
She will not jump out of her skin, but she will startle. And she will turn around.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
She will sort of scramble to her feet. Like, she'll very quickly like close the book that's in her lap, put it on the pile of books that she's had, and like shove her notebook in her pocket. She's like, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Lorette, I know you're freaking out about some stuff that I wanted to tell you some other stuff so that we could, because something is happening and it's kind of, it's I'm both excited and alarmed, and we should, if we need to talk.
She's gonna say, Lorette's gonna say, in any other circumstances, that would be a deeply concerning statement. In these circumstances, it's a deeply concerning. Actually, and she's gonna go, actually, no. In this circumstance, it is also a deeply concerning statement.
It's usually deeply concerning when I want to talk to anyone. They get very scared. I'm not sure why.
She looks at you, like she looks at you. What do you want to talk about?
What we were talking about before.
I don't know what you're talking about. We haven't talked in weeks. And she looks at you with like a straight face.
Sorcha's just gonna give her a look. You wouldn't have scrambled to your feet in alarm if we hadn't spoken.
Where's that? She gives you a look like this. Wait, where's the, let me see if I can find the GIF. It's great. Come on. Copy link address I'm putting in Twitch chat. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I don't know why I tried to copy that. This is what she looks at you. This is what's happening. This is the visual representation of what is happening.
I mean, that's basically accurate.
So there's just a staring context because she's not going to admit that you spoke to her last night. Like it would take. Like, she's not gonna admit to it first. Like you have to like not restart the same conversation that you were having with her, but like persuade her, I guess, to.
Wait, does anyone have a vial of the purple crystal on them? I think one of us, at least one of us, probably does if we picked up all of our stuff from the shop again.
I had been keeping one in my bag in case we needed to show it to people.
Yeah.
So I will swing my bag off and chuck it to you.
Yeah, Sorcha will. I'm assuming it's not a fastball. Sorcha can catch something that's not a fastball. I think.
It's an underhanded toss. Just a light underhanded toss.
Yeah, and Sorcha will catch it and step forward and just hold it up, say, "This is very purple."
I want to say. She makes a noise. She makes a sound. It is not a pleased sound. It is a I am deeply uncomfortable with what I am witnessing, but I am trapped and I cannot leave. I'm startled and this is scary look, but like different from the look that she was making last night, like more like I will set you on fire to free myself should you come any closer to me look. Like she is like
Lorette, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to get you in trouble, but let's go to one of the side rooms and talk a little bit. If you know something, there's a lot of people getting hurt and sick and stuff, and yeah. There's a lot of things going on. And if you can, and I have some, she'll lead in further. I have some pages from a book that we don't have here in the library.
She makes like a pinched look on her face before she like sort of nods and like turns on her heels the same way Nico did and like stalks towards like a side room, like a side alcove. And like she's visibly unhappy. Like if there's a scale of 1 to 5, and 5 being the most unhappy, 1 being pleased to see you and your friend, she's about like a 4.5.
That's fair. Sorcha's, once everyone's in the room, Sorcha's gonna put like the, being used for study kind of sign on the door.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming a lot of these are used by like students who are like just need a quiet place.
Yeah, it's just like a private room. It has like a table, a desk, a chair. Yeah, so it just has a desk and a chair. That's all it has. And a fainting couch.
Obviously, and it's probably fairly soundproof to keep it quiet and stuff.
Yeah. So she will go sit on the desk, like as far into the room as she can get to be away from you, but like also on the like if the door is like directly parallel from the door, but also as far into the room as she can get to be from you and the crystal.
Okay. So Sorcha will. She won't shove it in Lauret's face. She'll put it on like the far corner of the desk where Lauret is, the vial down. And we also heard some people talking about a new smuggled crystal, if that means anything about this. So that's alarming. So Sorcha's being careful to not like visibly surround Lorette because that'd be terrifying.
Yes, don't do that. Definitely don't do that.
You can look at it if you want. It's safe. It's been handled. It hasn't done anything.
And she'll literally go. None of them are safe. They're never safe. We don't know enough about them to call them safe.
The purple ones, you mean?
Any of them.
I mean,
all of them.
I mean, that's true too. That's true.
She's gonna like make a face like she's like poking her tongue in her cheek, like she's thinking really hard. There are things, and she'll say, there are things that I don't understand. And aren't meant to be meddled with. This is one of those things.
But at the same time, understanding something enough to know where the meddling needs to not be is important. Otherwise, we're going to get people blundering into things and hurting themselves and others, right?
She looks skeptical. Ask me your questions and I will, and then let me leave.
Why is this one purple? It's the same color as what are they? The rifts or something? There was something about a rift color. Sorcha saying this in character in that exact manner.
She is going to do.
At the same time, Sorcha's rummaging in her pocket and pulling out the cut pages, and just like Laurette sees her look at the cuts where the pages were removed, and Laurette could just see Sorcha cringe. Like Sorcha clearly did not cut these.
Yeah. She is going to. Sorry, can you repeat your question? Sorry, I have an answer, but I need you to repeat the question.
Why are these purple? They're the same color as the rifts, right? I think, or a similar color. I
need to respond with me. I never figured out why the crystals are different colors. It seems to indicate levels of purity, as far as I can understand.
Is purple more or less pure?
More.
Oh goodness. Okay, that's alarming. Considering how the people are trying to grind this up into pixie and like use it as a drug.
They're trying to do what?
These people are trying to take these purple crystals as a drug.
And she'll like whatever the deity of this universe is, she'll curse that deity. She'll be blasphemous real fast.
Sorcha doesn't care.
She's gonna
We've been finding actual tablets of it. We found some, like, this is in its raw form. We actually had someone who had to have the crystal, they had to vomit it up, and it was clumping in their stomach and maybe doing horrible things to their insides.
And she's like, I'm gonna say Jesus Christ. She's gonna be like Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, people take the blue one like that too, which is bad because we need it to keep the city afloat. But this is worse.
Somehow, when I think the youth can't get any worse, they surprise me in new and terrifying ways.
The problem is that
Kira made a face at her.
you know where doctors and the like can handle people taking the usual one, but this purple one is it's real bad.
Lorette will look at you and she'll be like,
It's not great that they take the blue one either, but
it is my understanding, and this is simply speculation. Do not not take this with a grain of salt. Do not mention you heard this from me.
oh, obviously, I heard this nowhere. I discovered this. The ether descended wisdom upon me.
Yeah, no, that works. Sorry. I'm just looking for a line so I can read you the exact line. Oh, okay, that is correct. She's gonna be like, it is my understanding that the purple crystal, like the one in your like gesture to you, is the purest form of crystal that exists. And then she's gonna go into her pocket and pull out a wrapped thing, like a small wrapped bundle. And she's gonna unwrap it and she's gonna like kind of like show it to you, like kind of like in the bundle, like she's not touching it. And it looks like the crystal that's in your hand, only it's gray. Like it's colorless. It's like not gray, but like gray white, like the color's been sucked out of it.
Sorcha will tilt her head and she'll pick up the vial and just sort of hold it within magnetic range just to see if it reacts.
Nothing
just
happens.
Very slowly.
Nothing
and then
happened.
She'll pull it back.
Uh-uh.
That means they're different, right? But
No, that means these are used. Things. And she'll make a face and she'll be like, things. How do I describe this? The crystals that power things within the city and hold the city afloat give off an energy. It is understood by some, I'm sure by you, she'll gesture to you, Sorcha, that if you take part of that crystal, it becomes less powerful. But that same thing that it puts off, and she's gonna like the word she's looking for is radiation, that it puts off also attracts the crystal to one another. But when that radiation wears off, she'll gesture to the crystal that she'll like shake the crystal in her hand.
And this crystal has no power. It can't repel the mist. It can't do anything. It doesn't float.
Um,
Where did you get this? If you don't mind me asking.
I do mind you asking.
I'm sorry.
She just says nothing.
Well, anyway, um, we found these. Um, I should say we acquired these.
Uh-huh.
As you know, there are many books that are not in the collection. So, uh, if anyone asks, um, they were under the floorboards.
I won't ask.
Sorcha will put the journal down, and then the cut pages.
Um,
There's a silk bookmark on the page. They were full of redacted text. I've since cleaned up the ink that was used to blot out the text.
mhm.
So and in the journal I have marked the page where it was redacted.
She will pull the book towards her. And as she's like reading, like she's like skimming the words on the page. Like she's like, you can tell she's reading them, but like not like this is new information to her.
Yeah.
She will she'll actually look at Verity and Kira. I know, and she'll gesture to Sorcha, her desire for knowledge outweighs her common sense. I was like that once. Why are you involved?
Because this is important.
I mean, Verity just wants to stop people from taking the purple drug, right? And then
It's against the law.
And she'll make a face again. She'll make a similar face to the face that she's made before.
The fact that people taking it as a drug is against the law.
Yes, and she'll be like, that doesn't require you to know that doesn't require you to know where they came from. It just requires you to find them and destroy them as well as you can.
So Verity is gonna pull herself up and she's like, first off, are you the investigator or am I? Second off, we're gonna cut this off at the very start of where this came from. Third off, I'm gonna charge you with obstruction of justice if you do not answer my questions.
Verity, please, Verity.
Lorette will make like this weird like what's the word for it? Put out face. Put upon face, I guess is the best way to put it.
Verity, we've broken the law to get this information too. We probably shouldn't.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell anyone. Or rather, yeah, she's gonna be like, I'm not gonna tell anyone.
I do not like my authority questioned like this, especially not when it comes to crimes.
She's like, I've committed no crime. And if I have already paid for them.
You're obstructing my way though. Just because you don't want to tell us. You know and you don't want to tell us.
Verity.
Why don't you want to tell us?
Because the last time someone poked at this, 5 people ended up dead. And then she looks really like she didn't mean to say that, but like she's angry.
I didn't. Who poked at it and
Verity.
Who died?
Verity. Lorette was the one that poked at it.
She was.
Like that was the scandal that happened where a bunch of people died.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well,
would it be okay, Verity? Would it be okay if um, you and Kira just stepped outside for a minute, and anything that's relevant, I will confer to you, if that'll make
I
Lorette more comfortable.
Lorette like makes a face and she's just like kind of not shrugs. Where the fuck did my pen just go? Where the fuck did my pen just go? It was in my hand.
Did
Oh,
you put
there
it
it
in
is.
your hair?
No, it's right.
It would be me or me put it
Um,
in.
She's gonna be like, if they're involved in this, then they need to hear this anyway. I guess. Um,
Also, Lorette, just out of curiosity, would the vault be a good place to put these two things? Like the restricted part of the restricted section, essentially.
what thing? Sorry.
The um the journal and the page. Like
Oh, a paper.
if you want to get something out of the vault, you have to like it's one of those things where like I would imagine it's like a section of the library where if you want something out of there, you have to either work at the archives or you have to already know it's there to request it.
Yeah. She'll tell you that she'll say, anyone who needs, anyone who wants to know already knows. So there's no point, there's no purpose in. It's only to protect new people, other people from finding out. Would you hide this away? And she like looks at the notebook and she's gonna be like, there's a reason that those were redacted. I'm surprised there was more than one copy.
There's another copy.
Well, yeah, there's two copies. It's the redacted copy and then the Cal copy, the Krell copy.
Oh. Do you have the second copy?
No. So there's the original version that you found, like that was in the library that was missing pages. And then there's the version that you stole from the Krell family, that's the full book that's not redacted.
Oh.
There are two.
Yeah.
There are two copies. So she's saying, I'm surprised there's more than one copy.
I see.
She can be like, I thought they would have been destroyed, in a more permanent manner.
See,
Surgical to shrug.
Kira?
the thing I don't really get here is I don't really see how just destroying words really makes much of a difference. That information is still there and people still know it. As a, as a kid, one of the kids from Geldspar, I can tell you, you learn a lot just by knowing what's going on around you. Just destroying a book doesn't get rid of the information. Surely just poking at it isn't what the problem is. The problem is that someone didn't figure out what to do with the information that they found.
She's gonna be like 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other hand. The takeaway, the important takeaway, the most what I can tell you is those books were destroyed by long before I started looking into this. And then I don't want to say I was visited, but like, how do you describe intimidated? Yeah, we'll go away with intimidated.
Strong-armed or coerced?
What do you call when someone, it's not threatening, because a threat implies if you don't do what I say, if you do what I say, I won't hurt you. Like, threatening implies there's an option. What's the thing where you like say something scary with the intent of I'm coming for you eventually, it's just not right this minute?
A promise?
Yeah. that's is a cat. I didn't know what it was for a second. I couldn't tell what it was. It's just like a
Everything's
black
dark
thing.
here, so he's just a void.
It's just a void.
Void
Yeah,
cat.
it was a promise. I was it was stressed to me that that should I continue down a certain path, I would be reunited with my research team.
By who?
I don't know. They just
Did something happen? Was it the research team that got killed
yes,
in the scandal?
yes.
And
That's hard.
this is what happened, and this is what led to the accident, correct?
Correct.
Are
you asking me? Sorry, let me rephrase it. Are you asking her that, or are you asking me that?
Like Sorcha knows, she's sort of confirming it for, right? And this is what led to the accident, and she's just sort of nodding, like, I kind of get this, but you don't really have to say it, but I'm just saying it out loud more so for everyone's clarification.
She's gonna
so
be
you don't
like,
have to.
She's gonna look at Kira and Veri and be like, "What do you know about who I am?"
Honestly, I didn't know who you were before this.
Okay. If she's gonna be like nodding. I deeply dislike being known by people. However, I am, and she'll gesture to the room, this place, foremost expert on hearth crystals. I led an expedition several years ago to find a replacement crystal for the crystal in Galspar. It was scientific in nature, and when we got there, we didn't. I don't know. It was weird. And I don't use the word weird in like weird. Like I don't understand weird. Weird is in like deeply uncomfortable and unsettling in a way that cannot be explained in words.
Did did it not go to plan, or was it far different than what your calculations led you to expect?
It did not go as planned from the get-go. There was do I want to hold on a second? Let me see if it says here before I do that. Let me just find this page. God damn it. I need to stop. I have like 3 pages on Lorette open. It was we knew when where we were going was not the most inhabited place and most inhabited place to visit. We were aware of the miasma and the effects that it had on people. But within days of arrival, the crystal in and she'll like pause like she's gonna say something and she like she's gonna name something but then she stops. The crystal behaved in an unnatural way. It began inert when we got there, and And even though we between the wildlife and the madness, I don't know what killed. I don't know what was worse.
I see. And this is the crystal you brought with you to protect yourself from miasma, correct?
No, this is the crystal that was there. The crystal that was there was enough to protect you from the miasma, but not enough to do anything else. And then there were, and she's gonna like gesture long-term effects of that on the miasma on nature.
I see. And those are probably well documented, right? Like
No.
or at least moderately documented.
Moderately documented. It's about as documented as like a forest in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like theoretically, we know what's down there. Actually, no, not even a forest in Brazil. Actually, it's about as documented as what's in the bottom of the ocean. Like in theory, we know what's down there, but everyone who's gone to look has died. And we figure out what we know is the dead bodies that we pull back up.
What did you see that was so drastically different?
I don't. And she looks really uncomfortable.
If was there Sorcha's thinking, was there some sort of magical or otherworldly or some other means of rationality defining
the only thing I can think of, the only thing that I've thought of in the years since then is that it's the crystal. The crystal, the radiation that the crystal puts off protects us from the miasma. Even while inert and not functioning as a power supply, it's still enough to dispel the miasma, but not enough to make it safe, make other things safe from the miasma.
I see. So long-term exposure, even in an otherwise safe place, causes the world to change.
Correct.
Okay.
To the miasma, not to the crystal. Crystal, that's not what she's talking. She's talking about long-term effects, long-term exposure to the miasma causes things to change. No one spends a lot of time in the miasma because usually you end up dead.
Okay, so what?
My cat loves us.
How did were there creatures that you saw?
Yes, she'll say yes. There were what do you want to call them? Actually, do I want to give you pictures? No, she doesn't have pictures. Let's see. Where the heck? Okay. Yeah, they look like this. Well, no, actually, you don't have pictures. Never mind. I'm gonna describe this.
Sorcha's Sorcha knows she's uncomfortable. She's gonna get her started on the description by like, did they?
It looks like a giant. Imagine like she's like describing like a spider with too many legs and way too many eyes. It's kind of weird looking.
So it had a defined structure. It wasn't contorting in any magical way.
The magic had already contorted it. It had changed it into whatever this was. To the point I don't think it was changed. Actually, have we all seen Annihilation? Damn it.
Not yet.
Okay.
But that's very much on my list of things to see.
Okay, it's sort of like so in Annihilation, basically an alien comes to Earth and it does something weird to the universe or to the Earth, and it makes things slightly different than it would be in nature. Like,
are we talking like roadside picnic weird?
I don't know what that is.
Ooh, if you ever played the Stalker games,
I don't do scary things. I watched
Oh.
Annihilation by accident.
Stalker is basically like Russian depressing Fallout, but really good.
Here, I'm gonna send a picture. It's a creepy picture, but it's not like that creepy picture. It's
Going
just
on
the
my
part.
list. That sounds intriguing.
Is this a better picture? This is a better picture. Copy image. I'm not gonna put it in. I'm putting it in Discord chat.
Okay.
So the context of this for people who I'm not who haven't seen Annihilation at home. There's a scene.
I hope this isn't too much of a spoiler.
Not a spoiler. It's literally something that they pass in passing, but it involves something else. Like it's one of the many things in Annihilation that points out where they are is weird. But the plants start to form themselves like people because that's the closest thing that the closest other living thing in the area that the plants understand. It's really weird and not very well explained, or I'm not explaining it well. You have to watch the movie because they explain it much better than I do. But
it is considered to be in the cosmic genre.
Yeah.
Annihilation.
Yes, it's very
cosmic horror genre.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird and it made me very uncomfortable and I didn't like it. But the important takeaway is Lorette is basically explaining that whatever the miasma did to the thing, she doesn't know what the original thing was. It was just an off version of what amounts to a spider. As close as her brain can comprehend as a spider.
And she's talking about this as like a gigantic creature, right? Or is it small?
No, it's not small. It's like dog size, small dog size, medium dog size.
That's still terrifying. So there were a lot of these strange miasma warped creatures here.
And what the creatures didn't kill, there are 3 ways to die in Silverglade. And this is the first time she's mentioned Silverglade. Miasma madness, miasma creatures, and there was an explosion. But that was a scientific accident. Don't worry about that one. That's not a naturally occurring thing.
I see.
She doesn't say that. I'm saying that. I'm saying that.
Yeah, and the explosion was probably what was used to write off all the deaths.
Correct.
I see.
They wrote her off as you failed an experiment. It was written off that she caused an explosion doing a failed experiment and that everyone died. When she came back, she was saying, no, everyone didn't die in the explosion. They were killed by other things. And everyone's like, you're crazy. You killed your team. Go away. You Sorcha knows that. She's saying that the other things that kill people. She's telling you the other 2 things that killed people. She's like, my failed experiment did not kill everyone.
So what's most alarming to me is that something as powerful and as reality warping as miasma can be so easily, in air quotes, repelled by the crystals.
And she's gonna tell you, I hypothesize, and I cannot prove it. The crystal and the miasma are the same thing, the way 2 magnets are the same thing. 2 magnets that repel each other are the same thing. Similar to the crystals being the same and attracting it themselves to one another, the crystals repel the miasma.
Like Sorcha's eyes light up. That makes a lot of sense.
Like the miasma is a non-crystallized form of something that is similar to the crystal, what we call hearth crystals.
Or at the very least, they're related enough to repel each other.
Correct. and she nods like kind of like she looks kind of more interested. Like as we've been having this conversation, she's gotten slightly more relaxed, more not more relaxed, but like if she had been a 4.5, she's down to like a 3.
That's fascinating and terrifying at the same time.
And she's like, that is that I
Considering how much death the miasma has caused. So, and the implications, good lord. So, how do the rifts factor into all of this?
she's gonna shrug. I've never been able to figure out not officially like proof without a reasonable doubt, but I strongly believe that the crystals come from the rift, or the rift is because of the crystals. They are related. She could be like the crystals, the rift, and the miasma all have to be the same.
I see. And when the Geldspar, they were, if I remember correctly, people mentioned a skyworm when they were talking about the getting back the
Yes.
or getting the new. So, do skyworms have anything to do with any of this?
She's gonna shrug.
Because that was heavily mentioned when with the new Geldspar crystal. So,
Crystals, she's gonna say crystals don't form from nothing. I haven't ever seen a skyworm. I could not tell you a single thing about them. Biology is not my forte. And neither is
the rifts, I understand.
yeah. Well, no, not the rifts.
Or
Yes, the rifts aren't her area of expertise, but no, more so like she's not. Oh, like skyworms are things that live out, for lack of better words, in the ocean. And in this case, the ocean is the sky. She doesn't. That's not her area of expertise. She doesn't go looking for the ocean in the ocean for things. She's a marine biologist. She's not a marine biologist.
Lorette, I have a an unusual question.
I'm sure it can't be any more unusual than this entire conversation.
In the area where the crystal was in this, you said it was the Silver Grove, right?
She'll correct you and say Silver Glades.
Silver Glades. What did the ground look like? Did it look like that the crystals had maybe were there lines in the sand? Did it look like the crystals maybe at one point had scooted together because they were apart?
Oh no. She like goes, oh, and then she shakes her head. No, it looks like there had been a larger crystal at some point, and it broke, exploded. Pieces were flung away from pieces were repelled from one another. She seems like I got like when we got there, the crystals were already in pieces.
And
Like this, and she'll like point to the little napkin of crystals that she had.
And were they all this color, or were they all purple, or?
They were all this color.
I see. So something used up that crystal entirely.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's the only thing I can think.
Sorcha's like racking her brain. I mean, I have some. What if? What if the Silver Glade was ground zero for something that happened? If it was as big of a crystal as you say, like the piece you have is quite large. I'm guessing it was quite large.
It's about like thumb size.
Yeah, that's a decent
It's a
size.
decent sized chunk of crystal.
So if these pieces were everywhere, would it be too much of a stress to theorize that it was ground 0%? What do we know that is able to activate crystals? Is there a way to figure out?
They just are. She's just like they are. They are naturally formed crystal structures made by something. They are. Well, I may not be a marine biologist. May not be a biologist. Um, Chemically speaking, they are a nature caused this. Nature where is the question?
The more I've been hearing, the more I think that maybe the if the miasma and the crystals are related, maybe the skyworms process the miasma into crystals. That's just a thought of mine. Because people because the skyworms were mentioned. No, she's saying this in character.
Okay. As you're saying this, there'll be a knock on the door.
Sorch is not speaking loudly. She's.
Oh yeah, no. The room is like mostly soundproof.
Yeah. Just Sorcha very quickly grabs the page in the book, and just waves everyone back and walks to the door.
I was gonna say Kira's was probably sort of stood near the door, so she'll have a listen.
Yeah.
See if she can hear anyone through it.
You can't. It's equally soundproof on both sides. Like you can't hear anything outside. They can't hear anything. Like unless you're really, really loud. Whoever this is knocked on the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorcha just opens the door and peeks her head out and puts on just a she's very annoyed. I'm having books and learning, and you are interrupting?
That's nice, and it's Nico. As wonderful as that may be, I am in need of Miss Laureate's assistance. Laureate will like you can see Laureate like this is a picture. So it goes Nico's at the door staring at you. You have opened the door just a crack, and like in the back you can see Laureate going like not what the fuck. Not like she's concerned, but more like, well, this is awkward because there's four of us in this room having a conversation about something we're not supposed to be talking about. I'm sure Nico's not going to tell anyone. Like the thoughts are going through her head. But
Sorcha's gonna be like, no one really. Why?
That is a conversation for me and Miss Laureate. I'm sure if she wishes to tell you, she will tell you after we are done.
You can't wait till this conversation's over.
No.
Is the sky falling?
Yes.
Wait, what?
The sky is in fact falling. I need Miss Laureate. And he'll like push the door some and like be like, Laureate, if you will.
Wait, is the sky actually falling?
He's gonna look at you dead like straight in the face. Yes, the sky is currently falling. I need Miss Laureate.
Do I have to roll to see this?
No, he's straight up lying to you. It's like it's not like it's like when you ask a little kid what's in your pocket and they say nothing, but you damn well know there's a toad in their pocket.
And Sorcha is gonna be like,
thank you. And he like turn around and start walking away.
Hold on. We will leave. We will leave. She gestures to Verity and
Kira.
We wouldn't want to inconvenience you, Nico. You came all the way over here from your front desk.
Thank you. I appreciate your understanding in my time of need.
I'm sure.
You must go deal with the falling sky now.
All right, we'll talk later, okay? And by later, I mean as soon as Nico finishes running his mouth.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Nico like gives you like the dirtiest look, and she's gonna be like, he can be like, you can see him think like weighing the pros and cons of figuring out whether he can ban you from the library. Because technically that's his job. Like it is his job. Like he's the head librarian, head archivist. He could. But like you could petition to be let back in, and it'd be a whole big thing. And he's weighing the pros and cons of whether it's worth it. Like you can see him considering, is it worth it?
Sorcha's sassy, but she's a good librarian.
Okay, and so as you all are leaving, we're gonna take our 10-minute break, and we will come back, and you will be leaving the library or in the library doing whatever you'd like to do in the library. And if Verity would like to go visit Harriet Ashenfeld, you could also do that because you are up in Ardell. And Kira can go see her friends like Oliver. Okay. And we're wait a second. Wait a second. Can we take our break?
We might not be able to.
Hold on a second. You here? Okay, hold on a second. Let me text. I didn't even think about it until just now.
It's
Did I? Yeah.
It just happens magically. There's no tech involved.
I don't know. There's a highly advanced artificial intelligence that when it hears that we're gonna take a break, it brings up the title screen and.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So. Oh, okay. No, it's okay. Sorry. We're taking it. Yes. But we'll be back in 10, whatever minutes. Smother him. Just lightly smother. Oh well, we're just talking about a little bit of murder. It's okay.
Yeah, and so we're talking about smothering my husband. It's fine.
It's fine.
Because he's snoring way too loud.
Let's just leave this on for like a second so they can hear.
And he stomps.
There he goes.
Hi everyone, welcome back. We were just talking about some light murder. So you are inside of the archive still. However, Nico has led Laureate away to go do something unnamed. Don't worry about it. It's totally not sketchy at all.
Sorcha's a little suspicious of the fact that Nico is doing this when she and Laureate were talking about something sketchy. She'll look at Kira. Do you want to follow them?
Kira?
Do you want to follow them? Kira might be. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Give
Yes,
it a go.
You want to follow them?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, I might fail. I'm apparently not a very good rogue.
It's fair. Everybody, wait 5 minutes and then roll stealth.
I mean, Sorch is not following. She's asking if Kira would follow.
Oh, okay. So go let Kira be a rogue.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm assuming Kira's sneak is higher than Sorch's 8.
Or lower than Sorch's 8. Hold on a second. Sorry, I was putting ink in my pen. It was dying. Okay, so yeah, roll your. Okay.
Do you have a reroll?
Do you have a reroll?
I'm not amazing at stealth. Like.
No, that's fine. It just there's not amazing. Yeah.
I'm good at like sneaking like grabbing
Stealing
things.
I'm
but I'm
quite
not
sure you
great
probably
at-
have at least one reroll.
I definitely do.
I mean, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but
How much do we want to know what they're doing?
I just want to make sure that Laurette isn't being murdered.
Loretta is not being murdered. The voice in the sky will tell you Nico's not the kind to murder someone. Actually, that's a lie. Nico's 100% the kind of person to murder someone. Wouldn't do it so obviously. Like, he has witnesses. There are at least 3 witnesses to him walking up with Lorette. He wouldn't murder her now.
Now.
I think Lorette didn't seem that worried about it, right, though?
No, she didn't seem worried. She was annoyed, but she wasn't concerned.
Okay.
This is something that sort of happened, so...
Yeah, also, she basically, like Sorcha, she basically lives in the library, so she sees a lot. In the archive, so she sees a lot of Nico. So, like, what time is that?
Okay, I thought this was more alarming than it is.
It's alarming to you, not to her.
I mean, if and at this point, if we want to cut it to Verity talking to
Ashenfell?
if Verity wants to go talk to Ashenfell, that's fine. Just like Search will look at Verity and be like, we've pretty much successfully cornered Lorette, and we got her to talk, and we'll be able to talk more later. But if you have anything else you need to do,
It's true. Does
this mean we can, like, head out of here?
Yes.
But Kira, are we actually following her this time, or because I thought the situation was different.
Oh no, I don't think you're following. I don't think you're following them because Kira didn't roll high enough or roll low enough to follow them.
I imagine I, like, kind of followed, and they turned around to watch me following them, and I was just like, oh, just trying to find the engineering section.
And they both give you the exact same directions again that mean nothing to you.
I just turn around.
Sorcha just walks up past her and is like, I will show you.
Yes.
This way. And Sorcha just goes on this long expedition through the archives.
Oh, but
that you will never be able to recreate.
Okay, but can we just go past his desk at some point?
Yes, as you're leaving, you will have to pass his desk.
I just want to swipe his bell.
I'm not even gonna stop you. I'm not even gonna stop you.
Because he was annoying. So, yeah.
But yeah, Sorcha gets you a bunch of like mechanical engineering books and anything else you want, and then
some books about horse care.
Yeah, gets you a bunch of books on etiquette, and just horse care because of interest, and just eventually you have this huge pile of books, and then Kira gets steered back towards the room, and like, you can read quietly in here. I'll keep an eye out for Lorette. You have fun.
What's happening?
She's supposed to be sitting quietly and reading books, like that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that at all. In fact, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Kira and Verity.
I'm gonna be like, well, I will say to Sorcha like, wait, you want me to sit here and read now?
Well, maybe later.
Sure. I mean, I'll take these with me, or do they stay here?
You can
stay here.
Yeah.
Sorcha is about to answer, stops, thinks for a second, and says, "You can check out one."
It's true. But you need a library card but I don't think you have one.
Definitely not. Oh, that's a shame. I'll come back tomorrow.
I say Sorcha's preemptively filled out the paperwork for
Damn it.
in anticipation of this moment.
Here you go.
Here, I filled this out for you. Here's your library card, and here's your book. Return it in a week.
14 days.
Okay.
I know where you live.
True.
Oh gosh.
Verity's
she
gonna be like,
puts it into her bag. And it's like,
don't leave any food stains on there. She will never stop talking about it.
True. So you all are up in the upper level of Ardell. So like, it's not far from where you probably could find Harriet. But like, she would only be in 3 places realistically at this time of day on a Monday. It's not Monday, but on a Monday. In her office, at the courts, or in the guards like headquarters.
I will have Sorcha ask if you guys need her or if she should wait for Laureate.
That's you two.
Yeah.
What else do we need from her?
I mean, she does know more things. You can continue to interrogate her when she comes back, but she won't be back today.
Oh, won't be back today? Okay.
Well, I mean, today, as in like our today.
That's fair.
During this session, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think yes. Wait for her because she probably knows more that she hasn't told us yet.
I mean, if Nico does this occasionally and goes off and it's a very long while, is that the case?
Yeah, it's
like I need you for the rest of the day kind of thing.
No, it's not like I need you for the rest of the day. I need you for like the next like 2 hours, maybe. And then she'll just appear back in the library sometime later. Okay.
Sorcha will just leave a note for Laureate in her like office. Do the thing where you. I'm imagining Sorcha has like. This just seems so sorted to write in like a code that only she really uses, but she uses it to. But she's the only one that writes in it, but the other scholars at the archive know how to read it. But she's the only one that bothers using it, and she's just like, I'm gonna leave a note, like I'll be back soon. It's like she does not need to write it like this, but she does anyway.
Cool. You'll leave it in her office, like just tucked in a little corner. on her desk.
Leave it on her desk.
And then, so where would you like to check for Harriet Ashenfeld? Her office in the courts, not the courts, in the.
Well, I would check in her office first.
Okay.
Not that I remember what I was supposed to ask her, but that's okay.
What were you supposed to ask her?
Yeah, see? That's why I needed coffee, and I still can't remember.
Does anyone remember what you were going to talk to Harriet about? She's a district attorney. She was talking about the suspicious crystals.
Was I supposed to dig out more information, where it's coming from, or?
I think you were supposed to find out what she knew, because you only knew because Marion told you that she was talking about it, not because you all heard it.
Okay.
And
so she probably got somewhere. There's an investigation going on that I probably want to get in on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, in her office. That would be the first. That's the straight up thing that Verity would think of.
Sure. What were you gonna say? Okay.
I was just trying to remember. Was it her we overheard on the dance floor talking about things?
No.
Or was it her we saw on the balcony?
Neither. It was the person that Marion told you when you all were leaving, like if she had heard any interesting gossip, and that she had overheard Harriet Ashenfeld talking to Augustus Krell, I believe. About the crystals.
You want to find out what they know up here, because we know that somebody up here knows more.
Yes.
Than they pretend that they do.
Correct.
So I guess getting to the bottom of that will be good. And I think on the walk there, Kira's going to be like, I don't really know how this sort of fancy lawyering stuff works. But if there's any way to find out if the people that know more about it up here have any links to how the chasers and people are getting it down there, that would be really good to know.
That is good information that you should collect, because the distribution path is important. And if you can find a distribution path, oh my god, my mouth feels so weird. If you can follow the distribution path, you can figure out where it's coming from.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
And so when you get to I don't know, what do you call when you have I'll call it a court. I'm just gonna call it a court. It's fine. I don't need to make it anything more fancy than that. No, the roof to the heavens. No. Where is it? I
never where it's supposed to be.
It's true. Key landmarks. What is this? It's called the chamber? Yeah, the immense building. Yeah, it's called the Sun Chamber. That's what it's called. It's an immense building crammed with offices and other functional rooms. It's the central area in the building, giving over to a forum where the Council of Nobles actually meets to determine policy. It's also where, like, if you get in trouble with the law, this is where you go to get heard, or you go to get tried. It has excellent acoustics. If you're giving a speech, like imagine like, so you know in Harry Potter when Harry gets arrested for using underage magic and blow.
Yeah.
I don't know what book that is. 5 maybe. That sounds right. And there's a giant room that the wizard whatever they're called meet in. It's sort of like that. It's a building like that building. It's like the ministry. It's like the ministry. Is where her office is.
I mean, they do call the office of a judge his chambers or her chambers.
Okay. Yeah. Well, she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer. Well,
Because
she's-
I remember that when it's like lawyers or defendant and whatever.
Yeah.
See me in my chambers.
Exactly. Yeah. So when you get there, she is. Go and pick a number between 1 and 4.
Me?
Someone. It
3.
doesn't matter. 3. Okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yes, she is there. She is there. She's buried deep in some paperwork. I had to think about how many times I needed to think about this, or how I want to think about this. She is there. She's like buried deep in, like you knock on the door, and like she sort of makes like a grunt, like come in, but like it's like distracted, like she's not really paying attention to who's at the door. She's just like saying whoever's at the door just come in. And she doesn't look up when you like come in. So she doesn't acknowledge that you've entered the room in any way, shape, or form. She's like hunched over some papers, like with like some like similar to like Laureate was like hunched over some papers, taking notes, like looking at a book, taking notes. She's obviously in the middle of doing some kind of important paperwork. And she does not look up when you come in.
So when she comes in, Verity is kind of like going to be like, knocking
Mm-hmm.
on the door while she comes in, and she says, "Ma'am, can I have a minute of your time?"
She'll look up and be like, "Sure." What? She's like organizing the papers on her desk. What can I do for you?
Ma'am, I have started investigating a certain kind of purple crystals that are causing some troubles, and I was going to see if there was anything that you knew to help me stop the distribution of the purple crystals.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, straight to the point then." Yes. I like that about you. Whatever. She can be like, how did you like? She can be like, how did you find out about the purple crystals? Like, how did they end up on your radar of all things?
Well, I do have certain contacts in Galspar.
She'll like look over your shoulder at Kira.
Yeah, a little bird told me.
Well, how did that little bird? She's gonna say like she's like looking at Kira, but she's clearly talking to you. Well, how did that little bird find out about these purple crystals? They are a new development in our lovely city.
I mean, newish. Clearly old enough to have gotten around the circuit and into the hands of various members of Guildspar.
Also, people are trying to eat them.
Yes, I'm aware of people's unfortunate habit of putting stuff up their notes.
We know the doctor.
I don't understand that reference.
No, we know the Saren, the doctor who is treating the people who are.
Doctor Who reference. I don't understand
No,
that reference.
it's not a Doctor Who reference. I can make a Doctor Who reference. Would you like me to make a Doctor Who reference?
No, it's okay. She can be like, oh, there's a doctor who knows how to treat them. That's news to me. So far, anyone who's had a run-in with this particular brand of pixie has had a hard time.
Sort of just gonna make air quotes treat. If you call induced vomiting treatment.
Well, I mean,
but this
maybe it doesn't count as treatment up here, but I mean, it works.
No, and Harriet will nod. She'll be like, yes. That's about as best as the doctors up here can figure out as well. It simply needs to pass through your system or be removed from your system depending on how recently you've taken it. The more time it spends in your system, the worse you get. It is most frustrating. It's on my list of things to deal with this week.
Who did we put on the investigation to find out where it's coming from?
So you're gonna rattle off like Fleur and Jasmine. No, I can't even. Fleur and Jasmine. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Well, as long as it's somebody that Verity knows, so that they can go and ask for the file.
So it's, I'm gonna say Rufus and Jafar because I can.
Yep.
You are aware of them as like they are competent at their job. But they aren't.
Thinking out of the box.
Yeah, they're Amy from. Have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yep.
They're Amy. There's two versions of Amy. So like probably if under pressure would figure it out. But like they're no Jake Peralta. Like they'll get it done, but there's a faster way to get it done than the way they're doing it.
So, I don't mean to be rude, but
yes, little bird.
it really seems like someone topside is giving it, and I don't know, a lot of damage could be done in a week. Do you at least have any idea who's making it?
She's gonna look at you and be like, there's a great number of things happening in Ardell and Gelspar given this new crystal situation. While I would love to give this my undivided and immediate attention, unfortunately, there's a bit of a political upheaval, and she'll look at you like, which you are aware of, currently happening.
Well, ma'am, if you would like to put me in charge of this investigation, I'll take care of it for you.
She's gonna look at you and be like, I wouldn't say, I won't take Jafar and Rufus off of the case.
Oh no, they will be very helpful. Just let me guide them.
If you'd like to not assist, run a parallel investigation with their cooperation with you, where you cooperate with one another, the faster this gets dealt with, the better.
Right,
you can't have whatever this crystal is. This new pixie is. It's not safe. Regular pixie is less safe than regular pixie, and I hate dealing with regular pixie.
Yeah, that would work. Would you be able to give us some orders so that we can officially let Rufus and Jafar know that?
She'll open her desk and like pull out a piece of paper and like scribble something down on it and be like, she'll like pull out a stamp from somewhere and like stamp it and like hand it to you, and basically it's just like, hey, it's like a doctor's note, doctor's prescription saying, hey, I'm saying that this person is helping you.
Yep.
Help them. Don't be annoying about it.
Yep. Here's your form.
Yeah, here's your official paperwork saying that you are officially allowed to investigate this. And she's gonna be like, anything that you know, tell me. And then she'll look at you, and she'll look at you, Verity. And while I know that you are suddenly in the Baron's circle of influence, this is not anything to do with him or his actual like gesture to the world. But if he asks, don't lie, but don't volunteer.
Well, do not talk about ongoing investigations with people that are not related to this. Nope.
Great. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to hear.
I'll just send them to you.
I always enjoy the Baron's company.
Passing the buck.
Correct. And she's gonna be like, she's gonna like dig through her desk, and she's gonna be like, looking for like a file, and she's gonna like toss another like file on the desk, like she's gonna be like, here, take this.
Mhm.
And she's gonna actually, I need another name generator. Shit. I just need a bunch of English people, English names. Isaac. Unless I already named someone Isaac. Shit. I hope I didn't name someone Isaac already. Oh well, there can be 2 people named Isaac.
Daniel. Go. Owen. Like so many kids at work, but very very little English names.
Yeah. It's
Like, kind of British English snobby names. They used to be so in.
Yeah. Pixie users in our, and so in that file is a list, is like is a not a mug sheet, but like a dossier on 3 people, which you recognize as you recognize one of them as a lawyer. A barrister, actually, a barrister. Merchant. I'm giving them jobs real fast. And what else do rich people do? What do rich people do for a living?
Merchants, stock market, auction house.
I know. Yep, I got it. Oh, I spelled that wrong. So you reckon? So if you open the file, it has 3 people's information. Oh, thank you for all the names. I just saw that. Is Isaac Lincoln, Bertha Dixon, and Owen Hadaway. In order, Isaac is a pilot. He runs a airship. Like he like owns an airship, and he like takes people, like he ferries people. He owns a private airship. He's a private. He's a, like, I got my pilot's license and I like own a plane and I go flying places because I can. The fact that he takes people with him is just because he can. The other one, Bertha, is a barrister, which is just a fancy way for a lawyer, and Owen is a merchant. They are all. So where's my scale at? Where'd my scale go? Where did my scale go? Where did my scale go? They are less important than Baron Maddox, but more important than, say, Laureate in terms of politics. Like, they're all about equally important as one another. The barrister, Bertha, is like the most important of all of them, just because she's high profile. And she can be like, these are the 3 people that we have encountered so far, dealing with this new pixie. If you'd like to go talk to them, I know that Jafar and Rufus have, but if you'd like to ask them anything else, feel free to. Feel free to.
All right. So she takes the file and she takes her new red and she says, "Thank you so much." And she turns around and said, "Well, we'll keep you updated." And she leaves.
I appreciate that. And let me see. How do I want to put this? Or where do I want to put this? Actually, let me look at the map again. No, that's not what I want. I want Wingspan. Is that where it is? Yeah. Okay. So they all live in about the same place, which is a separate neighborhood called Wingspan. It's not like really. many of Ardell's like merchant class people live over there. Like uh it's really pretty and really nice and kind of fancy, but like not as fancy as like main Ardell. Like main Ardell's like the upper west side. This is like Park Slope. If that makes any sense to anyone who's never been to New York.
It sounds right.
Okay. I'm sorry. I make New York references all the time, and then I go, wait a second, if you've never been to New York, that means nothing to you. Um, uh, as you're leaving, actually, let me see if I wrote this down. Oh yeah. Okay. So who do you want to go see? Of the three of them,
Let's start with the least important. Is that the pilot?
the pilot. Perfect. Perfect. So it takes you about like 20 minutes to get there. It's not particularly long. Do you want to? The three of you want to have a conversation with one another before you get there, making up a game plan?
Uh,
Void cat is void cat.
I mean, Verity would go straight up, just question them. She's not very, sneaky.
What do you want to know from them exactly?
Oh, is there an indication why they're in the file?
They all have one. They all have at some point or another been connected to the new Pixie.
Mm-hmm.
As like
Do we know in which way?
casual drug users. Like they all got sick at various points, and they were all assisted by a doctor in Ardell. And then they got talked to because it was like Pixie's bad, and Pixie like they got the drugs are bad conversation, but they're all important enough not to end up in jail for it. Because basically we decided almost dying is enough punishment into itself.
So
You're probably not going to do it again.
Like celebrity rehab. All right.
Yeah.
And so we can see. Well, it depends on how he reacts, the pilot. If he's now on the Pixie is bad, or if he's still kind of junkying for it.
Yeah.
If he thinks it's bad, we might be able to hunt him down. If he's still jonesing for it, maybe if we remind him of it, Kira can follow him when he then goes and gets some, depending on how he reacts.
Okay.
So I would, So we can just be straight up and see how he reacts. And, if he's squirrely, Kira can get ready to follow him to whatever, where he's warning people or if he's getting some.
Yep.
Because if he gets scared, he's going to run straight to the people to warn them.
True.
Yeah. I mean, he clearly is able to take Bixie and not get arrested for it. So he must feel some amount of security that he'll probably be above the law.
So let me see if I can find it.
I mean, the purging couldn't have been pleasant, so we don't know how he's going to react yet.
Let me find the page of the book that I'm looking for. Is this the right book? Yes, this is the right book. Okay, so the way to get to Wingspan is to take this elevator. It's similar to the elevator that goes down to Gellspar. Nope, that's not it. What the fuck? Do I not remember any of this? Oh, okay. So as you get to the elevator, I had to like go find the page for the reference. So despite this being the nicer, so the thing about us about where this is going, is to get from the nice part of the fancy part of Ardell to where did I say you were going? Wingspan. Because there are like private entrances and private elevators that take you up and down. But the public one is not in the best shape. It's sort of like, have you, okay, I'm gonna make another New York reference. Have you ever been in a train station or a train station bathroom? Or not a train station bathroom, a train station elevator? Where technically it works. Yeah, train stations have elevators, they go down underground.
Oh, I was just like, why is there an elevator inside the train?
No, like going from the platform, going from the ground level to the platform.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. If you've ever been in one of those, you know how they technically work, but they also kind of are sketchy as fuck.
Yep.
Like they're well lit. They've probably been cleaned recently, so because it doesn't smell like pee, it smells like bleach. But like you don't want to be in there for too long or touch anything besides the buttons. That's sort of the elevator that you're getting in.
There's one in Covent Garden where like it's a really long stairwell, but that elevator is like, I'm not sure I'll make it if I go in the elevator.
That is still better than those paternosters. You know, the ones that keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are the scariest kind. I cannot make myself. I stood in my hometown. It has one. You stood there, and I'm like,
nope, not about that.
And it's so skinny too. I'm like, I'm gonna get stuck.
Fair.
I like
so the massive silhouette of the island. So think what this elevator is. It's a not enclosed thing. Like it's an open glass, like wooden floor, glass railing elevator. But it's not enclosed, so you can like see where you're going if you look up. You can see like the the chains that do the thing, the lift. And so you can also see above you is the massive silhouette of the floating island that is Wingspan. That like my cat is crying for some reason. And so as you get in the elevator, you take the elevator up. It takes about 5, maybe 10 minutes to get up there. As you're exiting the elevator, you will see that there is a like again, like it's like a subway subway station. Like the stairs to lead out from where the elevator is to like what would be the platform area, kind of, has been blocked off, and there is a woman kind of like poking at stuff. And like when she hears the elevator stop, she can be like, this way is closed. You have to take a different, like this area is currently closed. You have to take a different way, different route. This is currently being not quarantined, cornered off. As we do some repair work. Sorry for the inconvenience. But she says sorry for the inconvenience in the way that sounds like she's not sorry at all.
Can we see if she's official?
Make a insight check.
Everyone or
anyone who thinks she's suspicious and wants to see if she's legit or not. Ooh. Oh, poor Kira. Kira doesn't think she's suspicious at all. She's a totally respectable older woman. She is ooh, excuse me. There's legitimately. Are you trying to figure out if she's legitimate or if she's saying something that is legitimate?
If she's a legitimate, like, if she seems like she's professional and a legitimate
worker, like does she belong to the
MTA?
Or is she just pretending?
Yeah, or is she just, trying to get us out of the way?
With your one, you know that she wait, hold on a second. Let me just read the outcomes real fast. Sorry, I need to read the outcome real fast. she's not illegitimate, I guess. But she doesn't belong there. Like, she is not an MTA worker. Like, her statement of this is currently closed for a reason is a legitimate statement, but she is not the person that should be telling you that.
So Variety is looking, walking around if she sees anybody that's actually working for the place.
You don't see anyone but this woman.
So, and who are you? You do not work for them. Why are you telling us this?
She is going to say, I don't want to. I am just actually, do I have a page for her? Wait, I'm gonna tell you who she is. Sorry. I think about this. Hey, come on, find the page. Oh, okay. So yes, that's correct. I forgot about her. She's gonna tell you that she works for Lady Machina, which Sorcha and actually all of you will know her. The Machinas are a really important noble family, the way the Baron is a really important person. And she's gonna be like, she's gonna tell you that I work for Lady Machina and that she is currently doing a not conservation. What's the thing where you try to make a beautification project in this area? And I am simply examining the space before the project begins.
Sorcha immediately steps forward, pulls out her journal, and a pen is just like, oh, I would like to record all of the things before they are changed, so that then we know what are changed and can better appreciate it. Completely
she'll look
sincere.
At you, the lady, she's not old woman. I don't know why I would call her old woman. Will be like, no, like a confused no. Like, I'm weirded out by you, no.
But she might work for an aristocrat, but this does not belong to the lady. This is a public area, and I'm a member of the law. Step aside.
And
It is currently not safe for you to go this way. And like she's like describe her. How would I describe you? She's a woman in purple robe with a crooked staff, and she's like she had been poking at stuff with the staff, like poking at the wall, like the ground and the walls, like examining them, like not touching them with her hand, because again, you don't want to touch anything because you might get syphilis. But and as she says, this way is currently closed. You have to find out. He like kind of like not stamps her staff, but like stamps her staff, like, hey, pay attention to me. I'm talking. I'm telling you, like I'm like the way someone snaps their fingers at you, like no, like that.
And Verity just gives her this steely look and it's like, if you have not begun work yet, then this should be perfectly safe. If this was not safe, where's the official workers?
As you say, where are the official workers? Two. Like, so imagine that there's stairs, like they're like a giant set of stairs that come down, which is where she's like standing in front of blocking. So walking down the stairs are these two other what appear to be men or male figured people. You can't really tell from the distance from away. And they don't see you, but you can sort of see, like you can see like the bottom of their feet. And they say, and they're not talking to you, they're talking to her. The charges have been the charges are all set, ma'am. We'll be ready to blow it off Um, we'll be ready to blow it off shortly. Set them off shortly. I don't know why I said blow them off. Set them off shortly.
You gonna blow up what?
And like now the two people see you and go, like they make eye contact with her and eye contact with you, and then they like there's like this awkward long silence.
Can I cast something? Can I?
I mean, I guess.
Sorcha is going to cast Gravity Well and just pull the lady literally within like breathing distance of the little group and said, "You're going to what now?" It pulls a target 7 tiles in a direction.
No, yeah, no. Okay, and so now we're going into combat. Team, I was hoping that we have a 30-minute warning, so this is good. Actually, here's my question, team.
It doesn't do damage, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Does not do damage. It's just a. Hello, you're in melee range now. Can I help you?
I was hoping you would talk to her longer. It's okay. I need to find a piece of paper. Okay, so here's our options. We can start this combat now, and you can have this fight, and we will end in the middle of this fight, or we can end early this week and start our combat next session.
I mean, I don't mind ending in the middle of combat. I don't know how long the combat's gonna run.
It's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, and it's gonna be sad if we don't. Well,
because you won't remember where you were in combat, and it would be weird.
Because Arnika's not here.
Yeah, it'd be good to have Arnika for the first combat.
Well, I mean, she seems like I'll make her arrive in time. She will appear in the scene in time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a non-hostile spell.
Oh yeah, no, she's going to hit you. Sorry, that's when you pull her toward you, she's going to attempt to smack you with her stick.
I mean, she can smack Sorcha and not necessarily initiate combat unless she tries to do it more than once.
Let's see.
I mean, if she's gonna
Smack
try and
and just,
attack
like-
you, then Kira will. Yeah, I think it's probably combat.
I mean, I could. You know what I could do?
Uh-huh.
I could try to roll intimidate.
You could try to roll intimidate.
Unbelievably scary.
You could try to roll intimidate. You could try to scare this woman.
Like she clogged Sorcha once, just like, I wouldn't do that again if I were
So basically, yeah, so you pull her towards you, and as you're like, the thing about it is, because you're magic, she's aware that it happens, she's prepared, so when she gets near you, she kind of like takes a swipe at you with her staff. What are you? You are, I need to pull up your foe card.
You guys want me to, do I have an auto success? Should I do that with this intimidate? Scare the hell out of her?
You could.
What do you guys think?
Can do. It's
Wait,
what you want to do. I want to combat.
Oh yeah, I don't want to sort of full-on combat, but I also. Where is she? Oh, there she is.
I mean, I'll roll and see what happens. Yeah, that was very much a fail.
Oh yeah, so that she is not. She kind of laughs at you, and as she laughs at you, she takes like a relatively large step back, and she grips her staff, and this time she swings the staff again, but she's not swinging it necessarily at you. She's swinging it like the way you hit a gong. And like when it hits the air, so you know how when you smash a mirror, it gets that spider web clack thingy happens. That happened in the air.
Sorcha just is just the biggest grin. Just
and then it basically like falls away like the way glass falls to the ground, and it's a giant like let me see, how do I describe this? Creating a portal that reveals some kind of dark dimension on the other side, and a massive centipede-like crystal emerges from within it, with countless rows of spiny, multi-hinged legs clicking and scuttling towards you. It smokes when it like as it's touching the air, like as it's like coming out of the portal. It still like gives off smoke and steam. And then
you said this is a crystal?
No, it's a centipede.
Oh,
it's coming out of a portal.
It's coming out of a portal, which
like shattered the air like kind of like a crystal.
Okay.
Yeah, she shattered the air like a crystal, but like it was like she
cut out for me for a second. That's why I was
sorry.
Yeah, it was probably just on my end because everyone else heard.
Oh yeah. So it like shatters, and it like, and she like does like the swing hit gong thing crawling out. Swing hit gong on the other side of her thing crawling out, and she's gonna be like, "This way is closed. Leave, or my pets will deal with you."
They're so cute. I wonder how they burn.
Kira has definitely drawn her Grace and is prepped to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorcha herself is like there's smoke rising off, like white smoke.
No, it's not white smoke. It's purpley smoke.
Oh no! I mean, Sorcha's an ardent. She's
yes,
physically smoking.
Yes, you are physically smoking. No, they are for spoiler. They're like steaming miasma.
Oh,
in my brain, this underground station is really not very fun. It's just full of horrible, different clouds of smoke.
Let me see if I can reload this page. Is it printed? What the fuck, team? What the fuck, team? It looks like this. Why didn't I get my thing? Expanded PDF.
Kira's like drawn like her weapon and just like, I don't know about anyone else, but this kind of makes me want to know what's going on even more. Right?
And Verity is pissed because not only is she not official, she just assault and battery right there, assault and battery in front of her eyes. And it's like, who the do you think you are?
Also setting like, explosives without a permit.
Explosives without a permit, telling off the investigator, assault and battery, and now I don't even know, probably forbidden magic. Like
that's for people at home.
Breaking the wall between this world and the next is probably illegal.
Is this forbidden magic? Should I roll knowledge?
You can roll knowledge.
Sorcha would probably know.
That was a rift that she just opened. You don't know what she just pulled out of it, but the fact that she opened a rift is interesting information to have.
I would say this would count as forbidden magic, yes.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. I'm not going to call it forbidden magic because forbidden magic implies that people know that it exists. This is not against the rules because no one thought to make it against the rules. It's only against the rules if you know it. Like, you can only make rules about things you know.
This is stuff that would be forbidden if we knew about it.
Yes. It's technically not illegal.
Sorcha would say, this is technically not illegal because this is technically impossible.
Yeah.
This is her in character response.
Okay.
It is still assault and battery. It is attempted destruction of public property. It is obstruction of justice.
It's really gonna suck. It's really unfortunate that I'm gonna have to eat you.
Are centipedes against the law? You know what?
I mean, have you seen
Cannibalism
them?
is against the law, and it is very much frowned upon in polite society.
So
Whilst
she.
this is, I was gonna say, whilst this back and forth is happening, like on
Oh.
imminent, like fighting.
This
Uh-huh.
is like
Kira's
they're probably
gonna
getting
try-
nose to nose, like.
Yeah, Kira's gonna like try and sidestep around, so she's in a position where she can maybe get to what they were guarding easier.
They weren't guarding anything but the stairs.
Yeah, I guess towards the stairs then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the exit. It is the one. It's the other exit that is not the elevator.
Yeah.
Also, I just put another picture in the thing of what she did looks like. Just for
Did
reference.
she? Sorry. Was she saying the whole thing was closed? Like we couldn't go in the elevator or the stairs?
You couldn't go upstairs. She's saying get back in the elevator and go back the way you came.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So
Can she sweat?
I'm looking for. Yeah, basically to get towards the stairs then.
Yeah.
What I'm doing whilst they're facing off with each other with their threats, Kira's just gonna be like, cool, well, I'll just sidle around to go to the
There are
really
two people on the
interesting place.
stairs. There are two people on the stairs.
Okay, I'll go towards them then.
Okay.
Can I just be like, can I do a bit of a like trick move? And then be
Verity,
like,
but they're probably watching Verity because it's like
You're
I see
in your
you.
face yelling. Yeah.
I am in that other, and I said it's illegal to blow shit up. You probably don't have a freaking permit, and they're probably like.
Fridge. I lost my
So
fridge
as soon
again.
as they're not distracted, like if
Yes.
they're paying attention, like Kira's gonna do a bit of like a dodge move of being like, oh, I'm gonna break through you this way, and then last second she's gonna like turn on her heel and try and slip past them the other way.
Roll a. Let's see what it's called. I just had your sheet open and I closed it like a
Do I
loser.
have a crit or do I have a reroll?
I want you to roll an acrobatics.
Ooh.
Ooh, actually, can you actually make it a dodge?
Ooh. I don't know where the button for dodge is. We haven't
It's the-
done
it's
that
the-
yet.
It's the little icon.
Oh, okay. Oh. That's not very good. Oh.
Dude, that's so close. That's so
It's
close.
so close.
It's so close.
It's so close. My acrobatics is so good. My acrobatics. Oh, I have a crit. Can I use my crit?
You can use your crit.
Sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine. I was gonna ask you, did you want to use a crit or a reroll?
Crit. I would use a crit. And be like, well, and then slip past.
I do want to make note of this. How are both centipedes and the lady like within one tile of Sorcha?
Let me look at this picture.
Because I mean, Sorcha pulled right up to her face, so
So she's about 2 tiles away from you. Because she took a step back. It's not, like she took a step. So when she tried to hit you, originally she was in the one tile. She was 1 tile away from you. But then when she missed hitting you, she took 1 step back, so she's now 2 tiles away from you. And then she swung her staff again and got the 2 centipedes on either side of her.
she's like within one tile of me.
Well, she's within
We're-
2 tiles of you. Oh, wait,
2 tiles.
Yeah. 2
Yeah,
tiles.
and then how close to us is the centipede?
Uh,
Because she probably stepped
one
away from the
centi-
portal.
one tile to the left and 1 tile to the right of her.
Okay. Okay, and how close are the centipedes? Are the centipedes also within 2 tiles?
Yes. With 2 tiles going diagonal.
Okay, that's fine.
And then. Okay, so I'll draw a map for you all, and I'll put it in chat.
I am just making note.
So this is gonna be where we're gonna stop today. So if everyone would like to, say their not goodbyes, do their outros, starting with Zweth.
Yep. Hi, I'm Zweth. You can find me on Twitch as Zweth, or Insta and Twitter and other places as Swethra. I stream sometimes. I'm doing games at the moment. I'm doing games tomorrow at 9 a.m. GMT, which once again I've forgotten to check what the time zone difference is, but you'll see it. And yeah, that's me. I do various things around things upcoming at some point.
Cree?
Yeah, I I'm Blackray. I occasionally stream when I'm not being swamped by work, which has been quite a while. So I'm gonna be starting up again pretty soon. Eventually, I keep promising, but I will. I promise. Uh, I also play in Dragonstone on Wednesdays. If you want to see me play a character that is completely opposite of Sorcha, basically a dorky attempted edgelord drow who is very much not an edgelord.
Viv. 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 Outro.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. 3-year-old. Hi, I'm Vivacia. You can find me on Twitch at Vivacia. When I'm not playing with the lovely people here on Mondays, I'm playing with the Wiley Hobbit channel. We're playing in the Dalelands. We're playing a Sly Flourish, Grendel Root related game where I am a naive baby artificer Azamar with a clockwork bird called Penny Swoops. She's very naive. So she's a little teeny tiny bit different than Verity. Every second Tuesdays, we're going to be back next Tuesday. We're playing Call of Cthulhu in the Wild West on Uncanny Adventures, where I'm a little bit more like Verity, but I am a doctor. And there's still snake people, and I don't like it. And yes, I keep promising myself I will start streaming again because I miss all my people. Also, I am so excited that I finally started playing my very first official D&D module. We're playing Rime of Frostbane in a home game. I still seriously want to play Strahd or Assault Marsh game. Sounds just so cool. Well, something like that, but not D&D. I'm here.
Okay. And hi, I'm Imani. You can find me on the internet at mcatterdev on Twitter or Little Red Alchemist, also on Twitter. I stream on Twitch at MargaretCatterTV. I'll be back streaming next week. I'm very excited to be back on streaming. And after this show, in about 7 minutes, if you stick around, you can come watch. Huh? Oh, 30 minutes. I'm sorry. I don't know how to count. I'm sorry, people. I don't know how to do math. You can stick around to see our Dragon Age premiere. It's, I believe, the season premiere for season 2. Season 3? A new season of Dragon Age RPG. It'll be starting at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, so that's in 26 minutes or something like that. 36 minutes. Look, I can't do math. I went to art school. Leave me alone.
It is in an amount of time.
Yeah, it's correct. In less than an hour, but more than half an hour. If you stick around, Dragon Age will be starting. Until next week, where we do combat for the first time in like forever. Hopefully I don't kill anyone.
Isn't that like our first combat ever anyways?
Yes. And we only have 2 more games after this. It's fine. It's fine. I wrote down to put another combat in, so I know what to do. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Goodbye. What do you think?